In some rural parks in Hong Kong, I'm setting up a telescope to later observe the night sky and the stars. 8 years ago, I was doing a really similar thing, but for the first time. I was first introduced to Astronomy Olympiad, and it will be the hardest thing for me to describe the memories and experience I had with it. Well, I wish it was easy to still like something after having to do it for 6 straight years. No, how did I spend my time in high school and whether I enjoyed it have rather been uneasy questions to me. I want to know if astronomy is in fact my passion, or has it ever been at all? So, I want to bring you along with me to find the answers at some places a little far away. Okay, so astronomy may be commonly known for night sky observation, either through history or the fun stargazing activities we like to do. From in the past that we try to figure out if the Earth is the center of our galaxy, to the inventions of many types of telescopes and tools nowadays. To unveil what they actually are in astronomy to start off this journey, this brings us to the first location. So now, we're at the TST Museum. Game plan, see all the exhibition, and go into the Space Theater. First, I rather want to ask all of you, what got you into astronomy in the first place? This is actually amazing. If it's not these zodiac signs, I would guess for most of you, it may be the astonishing facts, photos, or news about the space, the planets, the star, and the discoveries by the fellow human. What? 1961? Personally, I think doing astronomy through the Olympic competition was kind of the way for me to spend my free time productively, where I would later on learn and become more interested in it, which drove me to continue doing it. But speaking of what is interesting about astronomy, I really want you guys to help me look at this new generation space gear. Is this the next generation of human? But in all seriousness, I must be honest that becoming an astronaut was the dream of what I wanted to be when I was young, and I think probably same goes for quite some of you too. At least when I was young in primary school and we were asked what we want to be in the future, I would often hear the astronaut answer slips out from the groups of friends. I think I get it. Getting to wear these cool suits and literally float like nobody else are some of the coolest things. Yet we are aware of how the actual complexity of the space and universe is far beyond our understanding, leaving the mysterious part, the appeal of the space and astronomy to us. Like, I think we can agree that this representation and any other one will always be the understatement of the reality. Nobody's waiting for this, but I am. So now we are going into the Space Theater. So we come for the Voyager.
秘密就係由成千上萬嘅小光環組成。呢啲奪目嘅光環，絕大部分都係由水，景象壯觀。用岩同黑色嘅火山，適合生物居住。或者到嗰陣時，人類會揾到比航行者號更快嘅途徑去到唔同嘅行星。又或者遲早有人航行者號會。
Throughout the day, I think I could reflect upon my experience that if you actually look at the major sentiments we have towards astronomy, it is likely about discovering and experiencing new possibilities. Chat like refers to the moon. Leading to why people love to come to these exhibitions, like them boys here, to see and be amazed by something that are quite foreign to them or they never understood before. That perhaps is what intrigues us. As I dedicated this journey to better understand my relationship with astronomy, I need to ask myself, what in astronomy that intrigued me? And I think I need to go a little further. everyone, I can now reveal that we are at Taimetuk. You got it. This is kind of like a bridge totally surrounded by water in the rural area because it is also a reservoir, so I thought there's a great chance we could get a good look at the night sky here. Only the issue was the weather was like this. Like it's so cloudy and I think it's gonna start to rain soon. You can see how foggy that is. You can see that like we cannot even see the mountain. There are mountains there and they're gone now. Not knowing much on what to do, this was my game plan I came up with. We're gonna wait and see if the sky's gonna get better eventually, and so that we can know should we go back or should we try doing it today. So as a few things from the sky later started to come out, we can get into some actions. Let's see if we can get that. Before I even finished setting up, I was asked by this dad if he and his kids could join me.
冇睇㗎，好得，有冇睇？唔好點，唔好點，一點咧就蒙啦，見唔見月亮啊？俾前面有冇？係咪啊？好，褪後。見啦，thank you so much。係講，話 thank you 先。Okay, thank you.
It was actually a really wholesome moment. Like I was kind of tired and disappointed by the weather, the sky, and the cloud before this, but now I'm energized again. In fact, this reminds me of the different groups of people and friends I would come across during my Olympiad journey as I went to national rounds and moved school as well. Making this video not only allows me to refresh my memory with astronomy and start this journey to find the answer to the question I asked in the beginning, but also push myself to get out of my comfort zone, to grow and learn more about myself. Until now, I think I'm ready enough to go to the last destination to finish off our journey. We're gonna go there soon. This here is a kite flying area on top of a mountain, and it is actually an amazing spot for astrophotography. To the Taimetuk, this sky is a lot more clear and a lot more quiet, a lot nicer. So I think this is kind of like compensation after our Taimetuk. And of course we need so game plan. Today we're gonna try more of the astrophotography. So we're gonna try doing star trail, the moon, the constellation, the planets, some deep sky objects, and we're gonna try the Milky Way galaxy too. As you can tell, I was hopeful. Well, I'll keep it short for you. It turned out to be somehow lots of light pollutions here, and later it just got so cloudy. Oh my god. Do you agree with me that this attempt at Taihang Tun, Taimetuk, or even the whole journey might just be a bad idea? Does it really matter? This journey helped me realize that the part of my experience in astronomy and the Olympiads that I truly treasure is how I came across friends and communities that I got to spend time, share interests, and grow up with. And as someone who would barely wander around and explore, astronomy moved me to many places outside Bangkok where the memories I've been talking about took place. Same goes for this journey too, and I appreciate this. And what about you? What moves you? In the month of June and July in Hong Kong, it's always been rainy and cloudy with often even a storm. While it's pretty disappointing that I couldn't get as much of astrophotography as I hoped to, I am content with and appreciate the experience and what the journey taught me. But wait, is that the first time I learned this? Definitely not, but probably the first time I actually do it. Think about it. What if I had changed the mindset towards astronomy and the Olympiad? What if I had channeled my interest and energy to pursue what it is in astronomy instead of the medals and ranks? What if we could learn to take the feelings of disappointments and failures constructively? Maybe I would have improved more over the years. Maybe my experience would have been totally different. And maybe we would right now find ourselves in the different kinds of journey. Was and is astronomy still my passion? I think I got my answer.
You know what is ISO, right?
No.